Hey, Lee, Okanagan Sawmill. How's it going? So we got a little another different project today. Sorry about the light, that doesn't look very good. So I've got actually my neighbour's chainsaw. So essentially what it is doing, it's not idling back down, so it's sort of running away and just idling extremely fast when the chain is spinning and everything. So obviously that's not the way it should be. So there's obviously a couple of things that it can be. Obviously there's the adjustment on the carb, so you've got the high, the low, and then the idle. Or it could be some junk in the clutch. So I think before I start messing around with the carb, although I think it's probably most likely that, I think what I'm going to do is just pull this off, get the chain and bar off, and then have a look at the clutch and just make sure that there's no dirt or debris in there that's causing it to bind up and make the chain spin. So that's what we got on. So I will I'll get you set up. I'll try and get you set up in a decent position, and we'll take this apart together and see if we can fix it. So I think what we got here, we just got like a little clip on there, and it'll pull that off, and then this disc will come off, then I think this housing will come off, and then we should see all the springs and whatnot on the inside. So let's get that going. I'll try and get you set up so at least you can see what I'm doing a bit. So okay. Right. So there's like the little clip. You can see that, yeah. And then just essentially a washer. So let's just put them there. And then this should just slide off like that, and it does. Okay, well. Right, well actually this doesn't look terrible. There is, I don't know, the light's very good, sorry. I'm actually undercover because it keeps raining on and off all day today. So yeah, so there's a lip right there. Sorry, I'm no good with, there's a lip in there. So we'll clean all that crap off in a second, but let's just see if these springs, I'll try and get it closer in. So these should be pretty stiff, but they look okay. Yeah, so I don't know whether you can really see that very well, but that one's moving okay. None of the springs or anything's broken, so that's good. Yeah, that one's moving okay. Yeah. Sure, someone's probably screaming at the screen saying I'm gonna damage it. But okay, let's have a look. Okay. Right, so yeah, I'll just give this a quick clean. There's definitely junk in there, but I don't think that's the issue. Like I said, I'm sure it's the carb adjustment. but before I start messing around with that too much, hang on a sec, I'll just go and get some rags. Okay, now, so there is this little slot here, and I don't, sorry, yeah, I don't know whether you can see it. It's just inside, right by my thumb. Yeah, you're never going to see that. Sorry, there's a little thing in there. I think that's to do with the oil, the chain bar oil. So I think that obviously has to go on. Okay, that's gone on. So let's put this washer back on. Sorry, I don't know where you... And then get this clip back on. Okay, that's all as it should be. So let's just, while we're in here, give this a good clean. Let's just get it started and see what happens. Yeah. Okay, I'll just tighten that chain up a bit more. Now run it for a second. Right, so I'll just get it warmed up, and then so you need to, I believe you need to have it sort of warmed before you can mess with the carburetor, because obviously it changes once it's got warm. So I'll just get it warmed up and then I'll bring you back. Okay, so I've got it warmed up, and so yeah, let's sort of dig into it. I don't think I said actually, it's a Stihl MS291. So there's a zillion of these, so it's a pretty common chainsaw. So like I say, this is high, this is low, and this is the idle, to the best of my knowledge. I know just about enough information to get me into trouble, basically. So if anyone out there sees that I'm doing something wrong, then please leave a comment, because yeah, learning is a good thing. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is get it started, and we'll see. Like I say, what it's doing is it's running on, it's not idling down, and the chain keeps spinning, so obviously it's pretty dangerous. So we're just going to have a bit of a tinker around with it. I think initially I'm going to adjust the idle screw first, but it's also a bit of lag, so I've got a feeling I'm going to have to adjust the low end as well, because there's just a moment of lag, and it should be instant. As soon as you pull that trigger, it should accelerate like to full rip, basically. So yeah, let me just get you set up here, and I'll have a mess around, and I'll just do some tinkering, and then I can explain a bit after I turn the chainsaw off, because it's going to get a bit noisy. So here we go. Okay, well, that didn't actually take much adjusting at all. It was much more responsive. So basically I turned the idle screw down until the chain wasn't spinning anymore freely. I just got it to that point where it wanted to, but it was just a little lower than that. And then I adjusted the low screw. So what I did, I turned it clockwise until the engine was going to die, and then I turned it back counterclockwise until the engine was going to die, and then I went back, and then I went to the middle of those two. So, and then I turned it counterclockwise just until the engine was starting to just slow, like the RPM was just slightly coming down. And then yeah, that's basically all I did. It seemed to work a treat, actually. So I don't know whether this has just got like, you know, out of calibration a little bit over time, you know, from using it, as chainsaws do. I mean, they all need a little bit of TLC and a bit of care over time. But yeah, what I'll do, I'll just go and run that. I'll cut a few rounds up and just see if it's running okay, and see if I need to do any other adjustments. But yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll get to that, and I'll. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. No, I'm not wearing chaps. No, I'm not wearing safety gear. I know, I'm stupid. But you should always do that. Always wear safety gear, I mean. So yeah, like I said before, it was actually running on. It just, you know, when you let go of the trigger, it kept spinning. But it doesn't seem to be doing that, and I've cut a few rounds. So, and also the trigger response is much better, which is good. So it actually, yeah, as soon as you pull the trigger, it actually rips pretty good. So yeah, well, I think that's all I'm going to do with it for today. We'll wait until we actually give it a proper test run when we do a whole bunch of firewood, which will be coming up soon, I'm guessing. So it's getting to that time of year. So yeah, like I say, overall, that was a super simple fix. It's the Stihl MS291. Like I said, there's a zillion of them. Yeah, I'll just show you the tools as well. So what I got, so I'm just walking through here. So I got this super cheap tool set from Amazon, and basically it's just a small carburetor kit. So what it is, there's a whole bunch of different ends. So if you can see, so that's the end of it. That's what they look like, all of those. And then there's these ones here. But for this one, it was basically just a screwdriver. So that's the actual tip of it there. So I don't think that's focusing very well, but yeah. So yeah, and all these different ones are for different kinds of carburetors. So the set was like 20 bucks on Amazon, and it's more than paid for itself. So yeah, so like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing. I watch a lot of YouTube and learn from everybody else, basically, as best as I can. And so yeah, that seems to have worked out pretty well. So yeah, yeah, I think that's good. Like I say, I'll probably give an update on it when we do the firewood, and I'll let you know that whether it's actually working the way it should be. I think it should be fine now. It really didn't take much adjustment, but yeah, I think it's back up and running. So all right, well, thank you very much, and yeah, hopefully I'll have some more sawmilling videos pretty soon here. The weather's been pretty pitiful lately, which is why I haven't done any over the last couple of weeks. I need to get a cover made for the sawmill, but that'll also in the future. So all right, well, thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. So yeah, I feel like, sorry, I should have said, the main guy that I actually watched just to make sure I knew what I was sort of talking about, or at least try to make it sound like I knew what I was talking about, it was actually Steve's Small Engine Saloon. He's also on YouTube. He's really good, clear and concise, and goes through every step nice and simple and slowly. And yeah, so a shout out to him. So I appreciate that. And then yeah, so the other thing as well, I don't know whether you've seen, but also do these larger zip ties. So this is, so basically from the end here to the bar is 16 inches, and that's obviously the firewood length. So it's just a quick, super simple, it bends out the way and everything, doesn't do any harm. So yeah, it's just a quick, simple way to be able to measure your rounds when you're cutting, and you don't really have to think about it, and you get everything within, you know, really close. So yeah, thanks very much, and yeah, like I say, we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, bye.